Good evening or good morning, wherever you are on this beautiful planet of ours. Welcome to the Soul Service Astrology update for the week commencing the 15th of February, 2021. Hi, if we've not met, I'm Kel Gunter. I'm a 13-sign sidereal astrologer. What the hell does that mean? That means that I refer to where the planets are in the constellations as we can observe them in the night sky right now. So your astronomy app will match up with where I'm saying the planets are. Yes, there's a 13th sign on the ecliptic. It sits in line with Scorpio. However, the ecliptic does pass through it. So therefore, I'm including it. Sidereal astrology is much more closely linked to how astrology was historically developed back in Babylonian times, and probably back when also our ancient ancestors were looking at the sun and the moon to inform their experience. So what is soul service astrology? It's basically observing the planets, observing your environment, and looking and observing and noticing your experience and using them together to access your consciousness, to access your beliefs, to access your vision, to access your service, your mission this lifetime, and to potentially have a different experience. Now, it could be one that's more challenging or it could be one that's more elevating. But the whole purpose is for us to remember that we are interconnected with this beautiful planet and that we're interconnected with all the planets beyond that. What's happening this week? Well, we have maximum Capricorn stellium energy right now, and it's going to start to dissipate this week. So today, right now, we have Jupiter conjunct Mercury. So this is the physical mind meeting the seeking, curious, higher mind. Jupiter is the mind on the way to Aquarius. It's on the way to Uranus. It's gathering knowledge, it's thinking bigger things, it's broader pictures, whereas the logical mercurial mind is very much concerned with what's happening down here on Earth. So when these two meet, it's a beautiful opportunity for you to check in with where you're at. Now, it might be that your mercurial mind gets a slap upside the head and it's time to think bigger. Or it might be that you're thinking really big and you're not getting anything practical completed or written or communicated here on this earth. And it's a little bit of a jolt to our beliefs. And you get to reprogram those beliefs because thoughts are thoughts. They're your thoughts, but you can program new ones. It's the same with our observations. I'm giving you an experience based on my observation of the solar system. I want you to look at your experience. What's going on for you today? And is there a belief that you can change so that it takes you higher towards your beautiful soul service? That's what the conjunction can do for you today. Tomorrow, we have a Venus stellium with the moon. Now, this is between Capricorn and Pisces, two traditional zodiacs that don't really dig hanging out with each other. A Capricorn and a Pisces may not communicate very well, but that's a stereotype because Capricorn is a magical sea coach. When you look at the asterism in the sky, which is what I'm referring to as a constellation because it's a pattern of stars, the goat has a tail of a fish. So could that not suggest that maybe we complete these earthly tasks, we master some earthly challenges, we have an earthly experience, and it's on our way to heaven? It's on our way to rejoin the stars or to remarry with the stars. Now, in philosophy, historically, that's what a lot of the philosophers in Greek philosophy believed. Prior to that, there was no separation. You didn't have to ascend anything to get to the stars. You were already there. The stars merely gave you an additional shapaz, I don't even know where I got that word, an additional feeling that you could fuel to imbue your life with the sacred. And that's more what I want us to go back to with soul service astrology. And that brings us back into reconnection with the planet. And we'll revere the planet in a much more sacred way. And we'll look after it better. And we can make some changes to the planet, because deep down, I'm just a big environmentalist and I want us to all look after the planet. Now, this Venus with the moon is typically a nice aspect. It gives yourself a bit of a break. Have a bit of a rest, perhaps a nice bath. Allow yourself to feel any of the feelings that you've been having since the Capricorn stellium and since Mercury retrograde. So that's just like a nice little interlude where you can really probably clarify how you're feeling about some of your desires, perhaps how you're feeling about your body, because Venus can be about your body as well. All right, so Wednesday, the sun moves into Aquarius. Now, I use the constellation boundaries as founded by the IAU. That's the International Astronomological Units by the International Astronomological Foundation. I hope I got that right. Because we are living in our modern scientific technological age, and why the hell shouldn't we be referring to where we have designed the planets to be? Because that's what the Stone Age, the Neanderthals, the Neolithic, the megalithic, the Babylonians, the Assyrians, the Egyptians, the Greek, all the way into the Romans, they referred to their zodiacal boundaries. So, and it shifted with culture and society. So we can refer to ours because this is our modern age. And it's a reunion of astrology and astronomy with this Western 13 sign astrology that I'm endeavoring everyone to get hold of. So the sun moves into Aquarius, and there you just had me having a little bit of a rant on my crusade. It's my little activism. It's the vision that I hold that people start to come back in alignment with the planet. They start to look after it. So it's planet and people. And where was I going with that? Oh, and my vision is that we start to look at the world as one. The humans, the planets, the animals, the plants, everything. And that's kind of going back. We're going back to more of a cosmic state, right? It's a big vision. So that's my vision. With the sun shifting into an Aquarius, it's a bit like a bit of a blowing breeze where you get to reconnect now with your vision, and you get to start to receive a few more of the downloads from consciousness or infinite intelligence to feed all the work that you've been doing here on the planet, all the reviewing and the integrating and the rejuvenating and hopefully resting with all those planets in Capricorn and Mercury going retrograde. So there's been this review period, and now the winds of change are coming, and Aquarius is also change. So feel free to start to share elements of yourself. Your creativity and your expression may get a little bit more childlike and kooky and quirky, and that's the Aquarian energy. And I tell you what, to shake up all the heavy Capricorn energy that we've had, I really encourage it, because I tell you what, I'm taking my own advice on this one, because I didn't take my own advice this Mercury retrograde, and it's got myself into trouble. So as we progress this week, I want you to know I've got my pen. I look very professional when I have my pen. Uranus is also square Saturn. So layered on top of this, before the whole Capricorn stellium disintegrates, Uranus, the change maker in Aries, is over there creating this moderate inattention to Saturn, saying, who's holding who accountable? Is Saturn holding Uranus accountable to make the changes and do the things that it needs to do to reach our higher vision? And is Uranus, the change maker, the activist, the rebel, the alchemist, holding Saturn accountable for achieving the goals and successes and walking up the mountain that we desire to walk up to and summit? So basically our achievements, our goals. Is it giving us the energy to do that? So there's this beautiful flow of accountability. Now, accountability and discipline and being practical and getting stuff done sometimes is not sexy. But you know what? In whatever context you're creating, whatever context your business is at, it's perfectly reasonable to start imbuing accountability and discipline in your service and your business. And it could also be related very much to your career, because this is Capricorn and Saturn, right? So if there is a bit of an inner tension there and you need accountability, find an accountability buddy or find a circle. I'm a big fan of circles. Now, late in the week, the last two aspects I'm going to talk to you about very briefly is Mars is square Venus. Oh, we have the masculine square the feminine. I don't tend to talk too much about energy in that regard. Mars is in Aries. It's very happy there. And Venus is over in Capricorn, not so happy. But this inner tension, just let me see what I wrote for this. So this is on Saturday. Now, have you taken a break with Mercury retrograde? Have you done something nice for yourself? If not, you may feel the god of war meet in Anna. Venus was traditionally known as in Anna, and I commonly link Venus to the leaf litter. I commonly link Venus to part of the life-death-life cycle. So if the god of war, Mars, is meeting in Anna, is there some kind of collision where perhaps you have had a blind spot and you need to rebirth? With Venus, it's body, values, desires, alignment, and balance. And in relation to Capricorn, it's really all about what it is you desire to achieve, your successes, what you want to build. It's built on really core foundations. So this is like the last hit. It's like, are you really certain with your goals as we now head into the next multiple cycles? Have you really thought about these goals? So one thing you can do to take action to bring you towards those things that you love. So have you been, still doing things that you don't necessarily need to do? Like when you do those tasks that you do because they're little and easy and you go, oh, like I feel like I'm getting stuff done, but they're not really the things that you want to do. Yeah, we need to clear those out and we need to only be doing the things that we want to do. Okay, and then the end of the week, and this is where I'm going to end it, the end of the week, Mercury goes direct. So Mercury is going to go back over the majority of the planets that it's connected with on its retrograde cycle. And I really, really do hope, and I celebrate you if you have been able to take some time to reflect, rest, review, clear out, declutter, basically go back over notes. Is that the right information? Is that source correct? It's a real process of checking. And if you haven't done that, I maybe haven't done that, and it's the second time I've done it in a Mercury retrograde cycle, you may be feeling on the edge of burnout. So with the Mercury going direct, I would encourage you, as it progresses back, if you didn't do the reflecting, reviewing, resting, as it progresses back towards where it started its retrograde cycle, do that now. Of course, you can always do it, right? But I would encourage you over the next two Mercury cycles this year to take those 3 weeks to not really have big projects that need to be completed, to take that time to spend some time resting, reviewing, rejuvenating in whatever regard your life needs at that point. This point in our life, it was really about our career, our goals, our business, and what really strong foundational mountain building that we want to build. I always bring it back to the building and the mountain. So we're heading up towards our mountain, closer to heaven, so that we can continue to connect with consciousness and connect to all that is. So I hope that you feel that wave of the energy shifting by the end of the week, and that you can find some space to enjoy it and allow yourself to connect with your vision and really vibe into it and enjoy that, and really connect with how your body wants to feel and how your heart wants to feel. So that's it from me tonight. A little bit of a longer one this evening. If you do want to work with me, Soul Service Astrology enrollment is now closed. However, there are 2 other ways that you can work with me at the moment. You can come and join Sidereal Stars. That's my membership group over in Facebook land. It's a monthly fee of 22 Australian dollars a month. You get the weekly energies, you get the weekly downloads, and you get it all on a Monday morning. Not just what you're hearing here, you get a little bit more. And we also have 2 monthly moon lives each month, of course, because they're monthly. You get a full moon and a new moon live, and you may also get other teaching things, because I'm throwing things in there all the time. So that's my space that I'm in weekly, if not daily or every second day. So come and join me at Sidereal Stars over on Facebook. It's only $22 a month. And also you could get a birth chart evaluation done by me. The link is below. It has all the information. If you have any questions, then please do send me a message. Talk to you next Monday. Bye.